Good morning, students. I am going to go over today's agenda or this week's agenda for ELA. So let's get going here. The first thing that I want you guys to remember is I'd like you to continue to personal read for a minimum of 15 minutes per day. Also, if you click here, there is a book fair that we're going to be doing online, and there's information right there. Good news for you, we are done with Tier 2 words, so you do not have to worry about those this week. The big question that we're going to be now focusing on is Jewish ghettos. So the first thing I want you to make sure that you understand by the end of this week is actually what were the ghettos that the Nazis established throughout Europe. And then the next thing I want you to think about is how did the conditions of these ghettos severely limit Jewish life and lead to feelings of humiliation and loss of dignity. So before we start anything this week, I have a little 2-minute, 30-second video clip just to give you some background information on what life was like in a ghetto. And then we have 2 activities for this week. First activity is right here. You're going to read this article called The Jewish Ghettos Separated from the World. And then you're going to watch this 16-minute video about ghettos. And then when you're done with that, you have reflection questions that you are going to complete on Google Classroom. You need to make sure that you watch and read both resources so that you can fully understand how to answer the questions. Next, these are just optional resources if you're interested in just learning more about this topic. Don't have to if you don't want to. Then we go on to activity 2, and this is called Control, Weaken, and Confine. So I'm just going to click on this just to show you how to do it. Basically, what you're going to do is down here you have a chart, Control, Weaken, Control, Confine, and Weaken. And you're going to click on each one of these video links, and they're really short testimonies from people who survived the Holocaust, and they're describing their experience in the ghetto. And you, as you listen carefully, you're going to listen for examples that they share, and you're going to decide, does this example fall in the category of the Nazis trying to control them? Does this example fall in the category of the Nazis trying to confine the Jewish people? Or does it fall in the category of the Nazis attempting to weaken the Jewish people? Some examples can fall in multiple categories. So that's going to be on Google Classroom. And then your final assignment, your assessment for this week, and this is important information. This is your last kind of formal writing assessment for the year. So if we go right here, in his testimony, Ellis Lewin says that arriving at the ghetto was the beginning of the end. And if you look at all the resources from this week, you should understand why he says that. So I want you to explain what he means by this statement, not only for his family, but also for kind of more broadly the Jews across Europe. And you're going to provide at least 2 specific examples from the resources that you use this week to support your response. Down here, the rubric is just the same as the last formal paragraph writing we did. We want to make sure that we use information from the resources, that we write a clear topic sentence where we flip the prompt, and then we have at least 2 specific examples or pieces of evidence from the resources. You want to use transition words, and that you have an academic style, strong word choice, sentence structure, and correct grammar. I will share another video on how to set up your writing for you, just to make sure that everybody does well on this assignment, because it is your last kind of formal writing assessment. And that's it for this week. Obviously, if you have any questions, go ahead and email me, and I will see you guys later.